Hello there. So it's time for a morning polytunnel experience. Let's see how everyone is today. It's been a while since I've been in here with you, I know that. As you can instantly realise, it's a total massive plant growth. And right at the beginning we have the broad beans. They are the last of the flowers on them. They're all busy forming little pods at the moment. They're like the guardians of the polytunnel. In fact, oh look, there we are, there's a pod. There's a broad bean in the act of growing. And more behind as well. And immediately past the guardians there's a raised bed, and the first thing you've got is this row of bean plants. Sorry, pea plants, there they are. And they just keep growing up and up and up. And behind them we have these lettuces which are called webs of wonders. That's because when you eat them you think, wow, that is just a wonderful flavour. And here we have the courgettes. And these are yellow courgettes, as you can see. There's a little yellow fruit. And there's a flower about to burst into existence. And there's just 2 courgette plants in this raised bed, and they love having all this space. You need lots of space in order to do their magic. And then we have the chard, which is, this year it's all yellow chard. There we are, that's your yellow chard. And these are the spinach plants, and they have done us so well, eating so much spinach, and by the time they start to produce these flowers, that's an indication it's pretty much the end of the season for the spinach. And over here we have the radishes, and they're doing so well. Enjoyed a number of radishes already. Now here is a pepper plant with its very first little white flower that you can see. And next to it is, there's a marigold growing. I've got marigolds in with all the peppers and all the tomatoes because they secrete a substance which repels whitefly and aphids. So that's what that's doing. And here's a row of tomato plants, and they really are so vibrant, so big and bushy. There's the yellow flowers on them. So that's a row of the tomatoes at the back there, and each one's got its marigold growing in there too. And just look at that for a lovely yellow flower. Yeah, it's doing really well, isn't it? And there's a cluster of flowers which is called a truss, and each one of those will be producing lovely tomatoes. And next to it we have 3 strawberry plants together. Oh, and there's a strawberry ripening very nicely. Beautiful. We've already had some strawberries. And here we have some blueberry plants now. I've got 2 later varieties, so this one is just coming into flower, those beautiful white flowers. And this is an earlier variety, and you can see the flowers have turned into fruit. Well, you could if the leaf was that way. There you go, there's little blueberries. And they were green, they really were green, but they're just starting to begin to turn a little bit blue now. So that's lovely. And then right at the end here we've got some peas, and there's a pea in pod, and there's a pea in flower. There we go. And along the front row there's another tomato, and that's a white chard. More strawberries. Yep, and more strawberries, there they are. Yep, more strawberries. And here we have some bean plants. These are the dwarf French beans. That's why they're not so big. And some more chard. And now it's time to take you around the other side. So this is coming up here as a pot that I just put plants in that I didn't have any space for. So this is cut and come again lettuce. This is another courgette. And there is another pepper. And along the top here, on what's called the staging, we have a little pine that I was given as a Christmas present. And then we have a load of these, and these are all poppies. And they're really starting to get big now. Here's nasturtium. There's flowering thyme. And there's sage. And these are little spinach plants which I had hoped to be able to put into the big raised bed, but they've all gone to flower already. So they're very tiny. I've pretty much finished their life cycle. More poppies. That's another spinach. More peppers. Just beginning to form those little green things which will become white flowers eventually. There's a mint. Present from my daughter. And more marigolds. More poppies. And a broadleaf parsley, curry plant, sorrel, and this one here is a lemon balm. And right behind the lemon balm is this huge mass of growth, and those are 2 pots with potatoes in. And because the pots are so large, they've gone completely ballistic. They do need a large pot if you don't have the ability to grow them outside. So these are really big pots, and they're just utterly vibrant, full of life, and showing the signs on the top, the very beginning signs of flowering. Some people don't realise that potatoes flower, but they do. There we are. That's going to become a potato flower. Of course, the flowers don't give us seeds. It's the tubers that are the seeds for these plants, effectively. And another tomato with a tendant marigold, and here are the beans. Now these are climbing beans. I need to give these supports today. It's about time I did that. Yep, I need some supports. And there's a tomato growing with some beans and a marigold. And so that's what it looks like this morning in the polytunnel. So thanks for coming with me on this little tour of the polytunnel. All the love to you.